everybody, welcome back to Crafted by Norma. This morning, it might not be morning where you are, but it's morning for me right now. We're going to have a go at making some of the journals, little mini books to go into your journals, the little ephemera. These I've gone and made with some of my coffee stain papers, which these ones are actually where I've sprayed it rather than dipped. But you can use any papers that you want inside the book. This one I've just used packing paper, brown manila packing paper. So you can put any papers in at all that you want, and they're quite simple and easy to make. So we've started off with some black card. So I've cut the black card. These ones are 3 inches by 2 inches, the books themselves. That's what they actually measure, and therefore we're going to have to cut the card 3 inches by 4 inches actually cut. So that's what we've started off with, and that'll give you the book that's that size. And all we're going to do basically is just bend that paper over to, oh gosh, this card's a bit stiff, to make sure that we've got them in the right size there. And we're going to use our bone folder now just to straighten that card out like so. So that's that one done. Now whenever I'm making these small items, I tend to try and make a couple at a time minimum. I sort of batch cook them, so to speak. Oh, excuse me. So we're going to have a go at making 3. So all we're doing is just bending over the card. Now this card is at slightly less weight than the other 2 cards. I've just used my scraps, because we all have scraps of paper and card left over that we don't really know what to do with. So we've got our 3 little books there already made. And the next thing we're going to do is want to cut the papers. So you can use any papers that you want. For this particular one, I'm going to be using the coffee stain papers. And all I've done is I've cut those into 3.5 by 2 3/4. So these will fit into the books nicely. So again, all we're going to do is fold those over, whoops, like so. It doesn't matter if the papers are a bit higgledy-piggledy and don't match exactly. There we go. Because we're just using bits of paper that's left over. Now my papers that I'm using, the waste from another project, and I just keep them all to one side until I've got enough to make one of the little booklets, or to use them for another purpose. So we're just going to open them out, and you can see we've got a little line there where is the centre of the fold, and we're going to pop that in to the book and centre it so that when you close the book it's centre. And then I'm going to use a bulldog clip and clip it so it stays in place when we get the stapler. So to staple, I'm going to staple the very, very centre line on the back there. And I'm going to throw in 2 staples. Just make sure it's in line. 1. And where are we? I want it to go, well, I don't want it to go. 2. So I've stapled it as near as I can to that centre line. Fold it over, use your bone folder, and then pull it down so it just, there's an extra crease. And there's one little book made. So just go over that again for the next book. You get your pre-cut papers, you're going to fold them over, you're going to get your bone folder, pull it down so it scores those lines, find the centre of your book and pop it into the centre there like so. Put down your bulldog clip and your stapler, and we're going to staple, as I say, along that line. Now there is other ways that you can do your fastenings if you want to. If you've got a sewing machine that's to hand, you can actually sew it down the line, down the centre line. And then we close that off and go down there like so. and you've got your little book. So on this one, I'll do exactly the same. I've got my sewing machine. I'll just switch it on, and I'll just run it through the sewing machine. If you just bear with me 1 second, I'll just pull that down like that. Open it up. Clip it onto there, as centre as you can into the page. And for this, I'm just going to use a smaller bulldog, or actually I'll use a large paper clip, I think. And I'll just run that through the sewing machine. So there we have it. We've run it through the sewing machine on the centre line, like so. Just trim off those edges there, like so. And there we've got the sewing just along there. So now we've got our 3 little books made, and all we need to do now is decorate them. You can decorate them with whatever it is that you like. On this one, I've just done a tag and used some cheesecloth at the back of it. This one is just an image of a clock and a beetle on it. I think it's some sort of beetle. This one is just a lady's picture, and I've just used my 1-inch cutter to cut that out. And then again, another form of label with some cheesecloth. So on these ones, because I'm doing a steampunked journal at the moment, I just wanted to have at least one little book to put into one of the pages. So we just put a little spot of glue. Now I always use my finger to bring the glue to the edges, like so, and then we just pop that on there as straight as we can, and then I'll just pressurise that in, and there's another little booklet. Now this one is, I think it's graphic 45 paper that I've forgotten I've got, and it was a whole page of little stamps. I don't know whether you can see that image there, but I've made them into little tags for another one of my journals, and I think they're quite nice little images. So again, just spreading that glue with my finger, and then deciding where about on the book that I want that image, and then just rubbing that in like so. And then the last one I've got, which is a butterfly on a clock, and I've just gone around the edges with some distress ink, and again, so just there we go, a little bit more glue around there. Now I do sell a mixed lucky bag of ephemera on my Etsy shop, which I'll put a link to down below, and I normally put some form of little book in there as an extra. And hey presto, we've got some little books, little mini books, little mini notelets to go into your journals, and I just think they make a nice addition. So that's it folks, just a little quickie demonstration on an idea for your junk journals. So thank you for watching. Hope you're inspired to make some little books out of some scraps yourself. Please leave a comment, or even better, subscribe to my channel. That would be great. And as I say, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook and Etsy as Crafted by Norma. Thanks for watching. See you the next mini-series. Bye.